for the mouthpiece mutates to make its evil just in the machinery of hopelessness. The helpless place their trust.
Ready to grace stages in Johannesburg and Pretoria. Belgium-based multi-award-winning South African musician and vocalist Tutu Pouane is back in the country after 3 years. The first stop for the jazz singer, who received the Standard Bank Young Artist Award for Jazz in 2004, is Makhanda. The Eastern Cape city holds a special place for the Pretoria-born vocalist.
It's almost surreal to go back to Makhanda with my own children, you know. It's like coming home. You know, a lot of us jazz musicians in this country, we all kind of like grew up in Makhanda. You know, every winter we went down there for workshops. I mean, the festival, the Youth Jazz Festival, it's the only jazz camp you have in this country. I don't know of any other ones. Like in Europe, there's summer camps all over the place, you know. And here, it's really the only jazz camp you can go to. So we all went there, all of us, all these famous people, famous jazz musicians here at home, we all went there. So it always feels like a nice homecoming in Makhanda. And it's beautiful to play there. I never knew.
Pouane is a product of the Music College of the University of Cape Town. A trip home wouldn't be complete without a visit to the mother city, where she performed at the Ear Academy. She, together with her music and life partner, Iwat Piro, chose a few poems of the great Lebo Mashile and composed music to her words.
I've always known that she was a poet, and actually it was the influence of Joni Mitchell's music that actually drew me back to poetry. And I found a poem of Lebo some years ago called Sisters. And I didn't even have to think about it. I just saw those words and I just started to sing on top of those words. And we recorded it on one of my previous albums, and that's how we recorded it. Actually, we were done recording, and the guys were packing their instruments in their cars, and I said, guys, please come back to the studio. There's this one idea. It's just an idea. If it doesn't work, we don't have to put it on the record, but please, can we just try it? And I sang to my bass player, like, this is what I hear. This is the bass line that I hear. And he just played the bass line, and the horn player, the saxophone player and the trumpet player just jumped in. The piano player just jumped in, and they had this groove going, and I just sang this poem. I just sang it, and it was one take, and we loved it, and we put it on the record.
Johannesburg and Pretoria will experience Pouane's brilliant mix of African, European, American traditions for 2 nights only. She has promised to perform some new music, some old, and favorites.
Tickets are selling very fast, so please buy your tickets. And then on Friday, we are playing at the Jazz Room, which is already sold out. And then on Sunday, we play at a place called Butakiba Africa in Hatfield, in Pretoria. And we are basically playing this repertoire, playing these poems that Lebo wrote.
They're dancing with the missing.
I will take a South African audience any day. Any day. Yeah, because they are so generous with supporting you in the moment. You know if they like it or not in the moment, you know? Like sometimes my husband, before we left, we were working at home, and my husband was like, oh man, I can't wait to play this in Johannesburg. I can't wait for that. Yes, Mwatu. You know?
Mpho ke sebuka.
The 43-year-old is one of South Africa's success stories after moving to Europe in 2002. The vocalist is currently working on a project which she hopes to release next year. Lebo Serache, SABC News, Johannesburg.